Hi Arthur, how are you?
What's the significance of this cave in the history of the Midwest region?
It's quite interesting from a few points of view. It's obviously in the Watheroo National Park, so it's got fantastic flora and fauna. It's also very interesting from a geological point of view because it's in this rare soil type, which is related to the rocks there. So you get some sort of different flora that you wouldn't find anywhere else in the Midwest. It's got a history. 100 years ago, there was guano in the cave, which is obviously bat droppings, and it was mined for fertilizer.
The name itself, obviously Aboriginal, so there's culture and heritage attached to the site as well.
Oh, definitely. There's huge Aboriginal significance. Obviously, we've got the Yuid people, the Yuid Noongar people in this area, and hopefully we'll have a few of those guys coming up to explain a bit more about the history of the cave and what it means to them. We did a bit of digging about what Jingemia means, and from what I've learned, Jing means spirit, possibly, and Mia means shelter or something like that. So it's a bit like spirit cave, but hopefully they'll explain a little bit more, the elders coming up.
I haven't had the pleasure of visiting the cave. What's it like? Its size? Is it easy to get to?
It is actually signed. Actually, a lot of people that live local don't really even know it's there. There's quite a few people coming up from Moore who've never been to the cave. It's on the Midlands Road, about 5 k's north of Watheroo, and it is well signposted. So yeah, just follow Eagle Hill Road down it's about 3 k's north of Watheroo, and it's about 5 k's down an unsealed road, but it's a good unsealed road.
The size of the natural formation?
I think it's about 60 metres high, the actual cliff size. So it's like a collapsed cave. It's a collapsed dough line. The roof fell in years and years and years ago. I don't know when. It's more like a hole in the ground than a cave, but it is, honestly, it's much more interesting than what I could possibly explain.
But obviously it's safe to go into, though.
Definitely safe. Yeah, safe to go into, and it's situated really high in the landscapes, most magnificent views of the Watheroo National Park as well. Today it won't be raining, so it will be beautiful views.
She says with hopeful confidence, it won't be raining.
Yeah, it won't be raining later on.
ABC Local Radio, and I'm with Rachel Walmsley from the Moore Catchment Council, and talking about the new interpretive signage being unveiled at Jingemia Cave in Watheroo National Park on the road between Moora and Carew, just west of Watheroo. How long, Rachel, have there been plans for interpretive signage here?
Well, obviously it's managed by Parks and Wildlife, and there was always sort of minimal signage, just, directional signage. And I approached Parks and Wildlife at Durian last year and suggested that we collaborate and do some signage, because I don't think people realise when they turn up at the cave all the interesting, history behind what's happening at the cave. So Parks and Wildlife have been brilliant. They've installed the most fantastic walkway all the way around the cave, so it's not muddy or anything up there. It's looking fantastic, the signage.
The signage takes the form of what exactly?
There's 4 sort of interp signs. There's a welcome sign, which has got some general information, and there's also some information about the Yuid on there. And then there's 3 signs just above the cave and talking about the geology, the flora, and obviously the history with the guano mining. Something for everyone.
The cost for this?
So this was funded through Lottery West. Actually paid money for the signs along with Parks and Wildlife. They put in kind.
Also becoming available from today is a new guide for bushwalkers and tourists. How is this different to what you've had in the past?
I don't think there has been a resource before, and this was an idea that Moore Catchment Council came up with last year to do a bit more in ecotourism. So we've designed a booklet in collaboration with the Shire and other stakeholders to explain where you can go for a walk around the Shire.
Rachel Walmsley, looking into the future, what are the other plans for this area of Watheroo National Park?
You'd have to talk to Parks and Wildlife about that. But no, this is definitely this is going to encourage more people to visit the area, definitely.
And hopefully the locals as well.
Oh, definitely the locals. Yeah, it's just a collaboration of lots of people from so everyone's going to learn something. I think, and there's lots of flora out as well. At the moment, I was up on Friday, and it's starting to bloom up there. So I think there'll be something for everybody.